What's up, everyone? Welcome to Open Experience, Episode 4. I'm Kyle. Next to me here is Jordan. What we're going to talk about today is Fruitvale Station.
They say Fruitvale in the movie.
They also said Fruitvale as well. They said
I've always said Fruitvale Station.
I thought it was Fruitvale as well. But we're going to discuss the plot, get into why it's good and or bad. You know what I mean? This is the first time I've ever seen it. I think you've probably seen it more than once.
This is my second time.
Second time? Cool.
I watched it last year.
B. Jordan. He's great, man. He's cool people.
Breakout role.
I wouldn't say breakout role or nothing, but he's pretty great. I like him.
Breakout movie role, not
2013. I feel like it came out like longer ago, I guess.
After Chronicle.
Like he looks so young, but it's only been 6 years. So, like it's crazy to me, right? But it's fine. At the beginning, was confused.
When it starts out with the found footage?
Yeah.
Or the camera footage?
And dude got shot.
Mm-hmm.
Was really confused. Because I didn't go in. Had no idea what this is about. Like, I had an idea of it was about, like, a guy that's, like, poor and, like, trying to turn his life around is what I thought it was about. But I had no idea, like, it was about, like, some guy getting shot by the cops and stuff.
Real story.
Yeah. So I was super confused when that came. I was like, oh, shit, he got shot. Was that him or was it his friend? Or is this just something that's there? I don't know. Confused. Then, right, cuts to Oscar. Hold on, let me tell you about Oscar. Don't like the fucking name. And they call this motherfucker Osk throughout the entire movie, and I hated it.
It's a nickname.
No, hated it. Osk, that's ugly. Hated it. But that's fine. It's his name.
Did you like the movie overall?
I did like the movie. Stop taking notes at part of it. Forgot about that.
There's not really many notes to take about because it's just like the scenes are drawn out. They're not like mini scenes. So like if you know what one scene is, you can just
I agree.
Because there's not like many different. There's not set pieces.
Mm-hmm.
There's just different. There's maybe 8 different scenes in the movie. They're just drawn out over an hour and a half long.
That's true.
I like how he tells his last day of like the last 24 hours of his life. How it goes into that, and it's like he wants to be a better person. He wants to change it around, and then like how life can just end in the blink of an eye. Do you know who directed it?
Directed Michael Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan did not direct this. It was Ryan Coogler, his first movie.
I don't know who that
He directed Creed 1.
Why not 2? That's fucked up.
He was doing Black Panther stuff.
I don't give a damn.
He couldn't direct Creed 2. He did Black Panther
Creed 2 was legit 3 months. He was fine.
No.
He could have directed.
No, because when they were doing pre-production stuff, they wanted Ryan Coogler to come back, but he didn't want. He couldn't.
Come on, bro. You guys couldn't wait till next year. Come on.
But this was his first movie.
That's interesting.
He's 3 for 3.
What's his third one?
Black Panther.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. If you have Michael B. Jordan, you win. And he's had Michael B. Jordan in all of them, so you know I'm not saying it's Michael B. Jordan, but it might be Michael B. Jordan.
They also have another movie that they just announced like last week.
It's probably good. It's
I think Michael B. Jordan is playing like a lawyer for a person that committed murder, but they really didn't do it, and they have the evidence to prove he didn't, but the jury didn't want to listen or something. And Michael B. Jordan's playing his lawyer.
Listen. Enough about the old stuff. We're going back to Fruitvale Station, right? I have a theory. You know that new movie that's coming out where it's his mom and Oscar's mom?
Octavia Spencer.
Sure. And she's kidnapping teenagers? Yeah, Ma. It's a crossover.
Ma is... No.
It's a crossover.
No.
It's a crossover.
It's definitely...
I'm calling it right now. My theory, right? Shit,
the Fruitvale Station shooting has nothing to do with Ma.
No, listen. After that happens, she's like, fuck.
Fuck your theory. Get to the plot.
No. This theory. She goes crazy after her son gets shot. And she tries to kidnap a bunch of teenage kids so they can be hers. That's why she likes to party with them. Because Oscar didn't like to be alone, as like she said, and needed his mom.
No.
That's why she goes crazy, and she tries to get all these kids to party with her.
His mom definitely did not go crazy.
You don't know that.
We do know that.
We don't. watch, but it's cool. So it starts off with Oscar on top of Sophina.
Yes, her name
Is
Sophina.
her name? And they're like kissing or something. Then she's just like, "Fuck it, I don't want to do this no more."
Didn't realize that she lived with her grandma, because when she first said it, she was like, "I need to go home and get or get changed or whatever.
I need to go to grandma's and get changed." I'm like, "Huh?"
He's
like, "Why don't you move in?" Yeah, but she said, "Don't touch me because you've been touching on other girls or something like that." So he's a cheater. And then
he was like, "I did it one time," and she said,
"You got caught one time." I was like, "Oh, all right, cool." Found like he said that he only cared about her and the kid called Tia, something like that. I don't remember what he said. I was like, "Oh, maybe they have a kid." So I was confused at that. And then he said that he wanted them forever. I was like, "Fuck!" It starts out with him proposing. What the fuck's going on? Then they like start to almost do it, and then the kid walks in and ruins it. He had a big ass thing of weed. The biggest fucking thing of weed I've ever seen. And I've never seen weed, so it doesn't matter. But it was huge, and I'm like, you don't really need that much, but all right, cool.
It was a lot of weed.
Just start smoking it. Then his child walks in, and I'm just like, this doesn't seem like a good situation for anybody. But it's cool, you know. And then child gets in the bed. He texts his mom happy birthday. It's pretty cool. But it was old ass flip phone. That's the first thing I thought of.
I love the animation when they show you what he's typing, because it's like the T9. I love that animation.
And then it was like scrolling through his contacts and shit. I thought that was pretty cool too.
It was dope.
But still, I was still confused. I was like, oh, this movie's gonna be, he's gonna turn his life around. He's gonna get a job, right? And then it cuts to them waking up in the morning. His daughter asked for like 12 fruits. It didn't ask for like an extra one.
She asked for an extra one.
I heard 12.
She asked for an,
I heard 12.
She asked for one extra, and she was like, "No, you can have an extra apple."
And she's like, "I don't want that." And then her dad, as soon as that happened, I was like, "He's gonna give her some fruit snacks."
Dope dad.
And he did. He gave her some fruit snacks. You know,
dope.
Kudos to him. Thought when he was talking to his mom, because he calls his mom, asked him about the crab legs, see if she wanted to skip work. You know, not very responsible, but wanted to skip work. She was like, "You have the earpiece," and I was like, "This man's gonna wreck. This man's gonna wreck."
Oh, when he was searching for it?
Yeah, when he was searching for the fucking earpiece.
That was pretty smart of him to put it in his beanie, though. That was pretty smart. Even though he lied to her.
What's the difference,
he still lied to her.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but it's pretty smart. Because he didn't have his hands on it.
He didn't have a headset on.
It was hands free.
Nah,
it was pretty dope. That was pretty smart.
Sorry about that. Everyone had some technical difficulties, but like I was saying before, turns into a compulsive liar, right? Lied about the headset, and it's just gonna go bam off the deep end. So then he gets to the grocery store where he used to work. I said that weird.
We didn't know that at the time.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter, because at the time you're still thinking, "Oh, he still works here." He has a job. It's cool. So off day.
He sees his friend. They do the little thing. I liked it. It was kind of dope. It was like it wasn't a handshake. It was
no, Michael B. Jordan did that. His friend did a fist bump.
Really? I didn't notice that.
Well, I noticed it. I didn't notice it the first time when Michael B. Jordan was leaving after he grabbed the crabs. Michael B. Jordan just used his forearm, and his friend tried to fist bump him. I'm like, I wonder if they always do that, or if Michael B. Jordan just fucked up the scene.
Interesting. That's weird. But then he tells his friend that it's his mom's birthday. He's like, "Oh, tell mom's happy birthday." And he's like, "No, tell her yourself. You're going to come through tonight." He was like, "No, I got to make moves." I was like, what kind of moves is he making? You know what I mean?
He makes some money.
That's why I was wondering. I didn't know. But he's like, on some crab legs. And then Michael B. Jordan tells him that
3 Duchess crab legs. That's important to the story.
That's not at all, actually.
It's very important.
But Michael B. Jordan tells him, like, there's a customer down there. So he asked her what she needed. And she's like, "Can you show me the see off fish or something like that?" I don't know what she said. She said something like that, though. I don't know. But she's wanted to see some type of fish. So he showed her.
Or a fish fry is what she said.
Yeah, and she's like, okay, cool, 1 second. And she backs up, and then he's like, asked Michael B. Jordan how many he wanted. He was like, "I want the good ones from the back, the fat ones." And then he goes and gets them, and he turns to the girl and was like, "What are you trying to fry? Is it for New Year?" She said, "Yeah, something like that." He was like, "Oh, maybe I can help. I work here." And she was like, "Nah, it's cool." And then his friend comes back and he says it again, and she looks at him and he like nods. He's like, "Yeah, he like legit works here." She's like, "Oh, cool." So then he asked her, or Michael B. Jordan asked her a couple questions. She doesn't know any of the answers. And then he just pulls out her phone and dials grandma.
Before he pulls out the phone, he asked her a question, and she was like, like Southern style or something. He was like Southern style.
Oh, yeah.
Is your boyfriend black? She was like, no,
he's white, but I guess he knows a bunch of black people.
He hangs out with black
like
people.
That. I was cracking up. But, yeah, so then he gets out his phone, he calls his grandma, and he's like, hey, Granny, I'm at work. And then she starts to hang up on him. And then he's like, wait. It's my day off. She's like, oh, I thought you was playing on the phone. So that's a cool grandma, you know. Respect to the grandma. So then he tells her like what's going on, and she starts to help out this lady on the phone.
Were you expecting him to say white girl? I don't know why. I was expecting him to say white girl.
100%.
Like this white girl at work wants help with a fish fry or something.
100%. But then he tells his grandma what's going on, and then she's like, what kind of fish you trying to fry? And he was like, she doesn't know.
She don't even know,
she
Brady.
doesn't know? She was like, nah. He's like, oh, honey, put her on the phone. And she's like, what do I call her? And it's like Grandma Bana, something like that.
Something like that, I don't remember.
And then they start talking, and that's when he sees his ex-boss that we didn't know at the time. We thought it was his legit boss. I'm like, why does he need to talk to him so bad?
He wanted to pick up a shift.
He takes his Scully off.
Look professional.
Like, he's like, hey, how you doing? Stuff like that. He's like, I'm doing good. He's like, I want to talk to you about my job. I was like, oh, he's the man trying to get a promotion. Kudos to this motherfucker. That's what I was thinking, right? And he was like, no, I already hired somebody to replace you. We're busy right now. I can't talk.
Obviously did not get a promotion.
Man. But I was like, oh, all right, cool. So then they're like walking. He's just like, bro, I need this job. And he says bruh a lot. He's like, bruh a lot. And he's like, bruh, I need this job. I need this fucking job. And he just grabs him super aggressive.
Assaulted his boss.
Super fucking aggressive.
That is not a way to get your job back, is assaulting your ex-boss.
And then, also, back up a little bit. Definitely thought he was robbing the white lady.
No, why? That never even crossed my mind.
Definitely thought it. Because he, like, looked at her, then looked at her bag, and then, like...
No, he was checking her out.
Nah,
he did not look at her bag. He was checking her out.
Also... Whenever the boss said no Oscar, that's when I found out his name was Oscar. I was like, all right, cool. Name Oscar.
Oscar Grant the third.
Then Michael B. Jordan threatens him. And he's like, you want me selling dope?
You want me to meet you outside?
You want me to be waiting for you outside when you get off? I'm like, what is going on right now? Like, damn. And then he said he won't be late again. All this, he said he can't do it. So they talk for a second. Then he goes to leave, and he says bye to his, or the lady comes back, gives him the phone, says her name's Katie, I think is what she said.
I don't remember.
They shake hands, they say Happy New Year, and go off on their ways. Michael B. Jordan says bye to his friend, and his friend was like, you got the job back? He's like, yeah, start next week. He's a fucking liar. Compulsive liar.
You gotta put on that front for people, though. You can't let them know your struggle.
Nah, he's a liar.
Can't let him know.
He's compulsive, man. It's bad.
Let him know.
Then he leaves, and he gets home, and his sister calls him. Ask him, she's like, I got some good news, I got some bad news. I'm like, you always get the bad news first. Come on.
Her
now.
Good news sucked, by the way.
It was terrible good news. No, but she's like, I need $300 from you, but I'm about to be making some money too.
No, her good news sucked. I was expecting something different. Like, oh, the bad news is she needed $300 for her rent. Good news is she's working overtime. But her mom didn't approve of her working overtime, from what I gathered from this conversation. Because he was like, how does mom feel about it? Oh, it might be because of her B-Day. Yeah. That's what it was. Okay.
Give a damn, she's working on overtime.
And then she was like, can you pick me up a card?
And she's like, not a white people card.
No white people.
I was
no white people.
Up.
He was like, all right, all right.
I was like, you get your white people card.
White people card.
As soon as it happened. But then he calls his, I don't know his name, but he called somebody.
His name was like Marcus or something.
Yeah, I think so. And he was like, you still want that thing? You want it? And he was like, yeah, but I'm in town right now. I can't like meet up. Can't come to you. He's like, I'll come to you. And then at that point, I was like, where's the set in? When he was like driving to go meet this guy, I'm like, where is the set in? Also, he couldn't have put it in the book bag or something. He had to put it in the front of his pants. Like you couldn't have a book bag or a sack. He carries everything in the front of his pants. He carried
the cart was in the front of his pants.
Yeah, and then he had the weed in front of his pants. It was crazy. But he's going back and going to sell it. And he's getting gas, and on the gas pump, there's only 87. There was no 89 or 85. It was only 87. Thought that was weird.
You say you didn't know where this was set in? Do you know now?
Yeah, Oakland.
Yeah.
Found that out. I didn't know that.
That's where Ryan Coogler's from.
I don't know who that is.
The director.
Oh.
We literally talked about that earlier.
All right, cool, yeah. Cool.
He was at USC when this happened. Because Ryan Coogler is from Oakland, so like he knew the story pretty well. That's why he wanted to make the movie
Gotcha.
to tell the story.
That makes sense. But he's getting gas, and then a dog comes over and is just like walking around. Then he calls. I'm like,
weird scene until like the end payoff, or not payoff because of what happens. But like it's a weird scene at first because you're like, why are we watching this dude get some gas petting this dog until you see what happens at the end of the scene? But I'm like, this is a weird choice at first. I just thought it was misplaced.
I guess. I'm confused why he told the dog to come to him. You got me fucked up. You think some stray dog's gonna walk up to me?
He didn't want the dog to get hurt. Obviously,
he
didn't
petted
want
the dog.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily. I don't want a dog to get hurt either. But I'm not.
So you've never
like,
walked outside and seen a cat or something and be like, "Ooh, you're kiki. You never done that?
When I was little, but not when I'm an adult. When I was a 22-year-old man, I'm not telling.
He's trying to
animal,
change his life.
I'm not telling any animal to come near me.
He's trying to prove that he has a heart.
No, I'm not telling any animal to come near me. That's a no-go. But then he pets the dog. Then the dog, like, I was confused what happened at first. I just hear like a crash, and then the car drive off. He's like, "Hey, slow down." Didn't know the dog got hit.
You can hear the dog whimper when it gets hit.
I wasn't listening like that. I didn't know. Maybe he was sad it was going fast. I don't fucking know. Shit.
No, I'm pretty sure you can hear the smash.
No. And then after the dog gets hit, he like steps over the dog. He doesn't even walk around the dog. He steps over the dog like he's Allen Iverson crossing Tyronn Lue, right? And
might be the next Lakers coach.
It might be. But then the next scene is he's in jail. And I'm like, is this before or after? Did he get arrested because of the weed he
at
has?
the bottom it shows the date. It says 2007.
I didn't know what date any of
at
this
the
set
beginning
was
of the
set in.
movie, it said December 31st, 2009.
I didn't remember that.
When it shows the flashback, it says something 2007. It's 2 years prior.
I didn't know that.
It shows in the movie.
So I was confused the entire thing. I was like, is he in jail or is he not in jail?
You missed the important part of the dog scene.
What?
He picks the dog out of the street after he got hit. I'm like, in my mind, when somebody has like a spinal injury, you're not supposed to mess with them.
Continue.
What are you?
I'll tell you later.
But when you have a spinal injury, you're not supposed to mess with them. So I was expecting him to like hold up traffic until like an ambulance or something came for this dog. I didn't expect him to like pick it up and bring it over to the sidewalk and then just leave it, which was another weird thing.
He yelled for help twice.
He did, and nobody helped him. But we also didn't see anybody around, so I don't know who he was yelling for. But
he also has a cell phone.
I thought the same thing. I was like, why can't you just call 911? Do you call 911 for like an animal thing?
I think they have an animal hotline.
Do they? Because I was wondering that too. Because I was like, maybe he doesn't know. Because I don't know, and he doesn't have a smartphone, so he can't look it up.
I would call non-emergency services.
Like I fucking know that phone number.
I'm pretty sure somebody in the fucking gas station has a phone book.
He didn't go into the gas station.
He could have,
but he left the dog. I thought that was a
much.
weird choice. He just left it.
What should have happened is he should have kept it, and he should have raised it, and he should have healed it.
I thought he was going to bring it home to his daughter.
Then it just bites her head off because it's a stray. But after that, he's in jail for some reason. I still want to know why, but we don't know why. It's fine. He has some bruises on him and stuff. His mom's like, "Why are those? Why you?"
Yeah, I don't
bruises?
think they say why.
I'm pretty sure he got in a fight. He just didn't tell his mom.
Definitely got into a fight. I thought he was going to say he fell, like everybody does in like SVU and everything.
No, he just didn't answer. He's like,
Yeah.
"So about
He
that."
just changed the subject.
He's like, "Oh, she's so smart," or something like that. And it's just her in the scene. She tells him she's not gonna see him no more. And then this big white dude comes up and he says DFG or something. I don't know what he says. He's part of some gang, I assume. Calls him the N-word. Pretty disrespectful. Then he gets all riled up and he's about to go fight this dude right now. And his mom's like, "Sit down." He doesn't listen.
Calm down, sit down.
Then he finally listens and sits down. She's like, "I'm not coming here no more." He's like, "Oh, I'm not either." She's like, "No, I'm like, this is my last time. Like, I'm not playing around."
Before that, though, he's talking. Michael B. Jordan or Oscar is talking to his mom about his daughter, and she was like, "Oh, they came over last night and played some game. I don't remember." And he was like, "You let her win." She was like, "Yeah, we let her win. She always wins." And he was like, "She ain't get no easy wins around me." I was like, "That's a real ass parent right there. 'Cause fuck these little kids."
And then she would have been like, "Yeah, but you in here."
Probably. No easy wins around here though.
And then she told him that his daughter was like, "Why is daddy like being on vacation more than he likes being with me?"
That scene was kind of hard to watch. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
It was pretty good acting. There was another thing. Oh, his mom said she was making popcorn and the daughter asked for dark butter. And he was
Yeah.
like, dark butter. And she was like, his daughter said that we went to the movies to watch Wall-E. And Oscar asked for light butter. So she didn't want light butter. She wanted dark butter. And he was like, man, she's always listening. That girl's so smart. Too smart for her own good. Dark butter?
Is that smart?
I mean, she's like 5.
Is the
He asked for light butter. What's the opposite of light? Dark?
a lot?
No, she doesn't know that. She's 5.
She's not that smart.
It's also dark. Dark, light. Light, dark. They're also antonyms.
Extra butter. I could keep going.
He didn't ask for extra or
Yeah, 'cause
just
he
a
asked for
little.
light.
He didn't ask for a little bit of butter.
Use your fucking synonyms.
She's
Shit.
4.
Doesn't matter.
I like this scene was hard to watch. But
It
I liked
was. I still want to know why he's in jail though.
Fuck that guy, by the way. The one that wanted to fight him. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. And then
But that's the same dude at the end, by the way.
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I thought so.
And then she walks out and he's like, give me a hug, and starts chasing after her. Then he took 3 steps and they were like, get back in the visitors area. I'm like, he didn't leave. And then towards
He
the
said,
end,
fuck y'all. He
Yeah.
said, fuck off
and
or something.
then he's like pushing him out the way.
Yeah.
And then at the end you can see a line where the visiting area
Really?
really is.
I didn't
Yeah.
notice that.
And I'm like, he didn't even leave yet. Like he didn't give him a chance to. Like you can't tell him to get back somewhere he didn't leave.
I don't
But he wanted a hug. I was like, you could have gave him a hug, bro.
No, because she wanted to show that he didn't need to be in there no more.
Nah, you could have gave him a hug. But then she leaves, and then it cuts back to him back at the water thing,
Mhm.
and he just dumps all the weed out.
Didn't notice that's what he dumped out at first.
Oh, really?
Did not like I seen him pour the bag over, but I guess I missed like the weed falling out of the bag, so I didn't notice what he was dumping. And then when the guy got in his car and he was like, the white guy bought it for $1,000 or whatever. I'm like, did I miss a scene of a white guy buying all this
Nah.
weed? So I rewound it, and then I realized that was the weed that he dumped out. But I did not notice that at first.
Yeah, I was like, he just threw the weed out. Dude's gonna be pissed. And then he gets back in the car, and the other guy pulls up, Marcus, whatever his name is, and he gets in the car too. And he was like, I got some bad news. And he's like, what's up? And he was like, sold the weed already. And he's like, oh. And then Michael B. Jordan gives him some more weed for free for the trip out. And I was like, but he had more weed, so he didn't throw it all out.
But the guy
So-
wanted the full bag. He didn't
But-
want the little baggie.
I know,
and
but
the
if you're
blunt,
giving somebody
or joint,
weed,
whatever
why
it
not
was.
just sell them?
Blunt.
I don't understand.
Because he didn't want to be in that life no more. That's why he didn't smoke it afterwards either. Also,
Yeah,
he
but-
littered the bag. He threw the bag into the ocean. Didn't like that. After he dumped out the
Well,
weed.
weed probably being in the ocean probably isn't good either.
The fish will be happy. The fish aren't going to be happy about a bag.
Unless they overdose or something.
Can you overdose? I don't think you can overdose on weed.
I think.
If a shark took that weed, that shark is not overdosing on that
Well, I
amount
don't
of
think
weed.
a shark is going to be in this lake thing.
Seen crazier things? Have you seen Jaws?
No.
Wait till next week.
Also, another point of him being a compulsive liar, right? Because he says the white boy.
But
got
this
it,
one is
but
a good lie, though.
It's not a good lie.
he
Like,
didn't
bro,
wanna be
I
in
threw
the-
it out.
He didn't want to be in the thing anymore. He didn't want to
That's fine. Like, bro, I threw it out.
You're trying to change his life.
Dude's still gonna be mad at you. Like, it's the same thing.
So you aren't a liar? You don't compulsively lie?
No, I don't compulsively lie about serious things. It's different.
That was-
Right. And then after that, he gives him the weed. Mark is like, you wanna? He said, hit this with your boy. Is exactly what he said. And he was like, nah, I'm good.
No.
And dude gets out, and then I think he goes and picks up the mom, Sophina. And she has a cake.
his
She sounded-
girlfriend.
Yeah, she sounded pissed off at him at first.
I was wondering how long she had been waiting.
Yeah, because she sounded pissed off, and then she was making jokes when they got to the car, so I was confused.
Yeah, and then she got mad because the car still smelled like weed.
Yeah, she was
Which
like,
I
roll
don't
down
know
the
why
window.
he wouldn't have just told her then and there what happened
Yeah, yeah.
instead of just waiting. Communication. That's all relationships are. But
Shut up.
yeah, I couldn't tell because the way she was standing, it made it seem like she was waiting for a long time, but she never
Yeah.
addressed that.
And she sounded like I said, she sounded pissed off, but then she was joking when she got out of the car. And she's like, roll the windows down. They're like, cool. They wouldn't pick up the daughter, right?
I love this scene.
Bro. They pick up the daughter, or he goes in to get the daughter. And I'm like, where's he going? Like, how big is this fucking place? But then there's a bag.
Yeah, there's a
Makes sense.
long tracking shot
Yeah.
of him walking through the building.
Definitely. Then he finds her on like the playground. I was like, oh, she's a hooper, is what I thought. I thought she was gonna be hooping, and I thought he was about to hoop with these little kids.
Like Billy Madison.
Yeah. But that's not how it went. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever.
So you know when he's signing the paper, how you see one lady in the background? It looks like her teacher or whatever.
Mhm.
That's the Oscar in real life. That was his mom. That's her little cameo in the movie.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
At first, I thought she was gonna say something to him
Mhm.
because like she was staring hard, like get the fuck out of my place, or why are you here?
I was wondering if he smelled like weed.
I
throughout
wondered
the-
the same
like,
thing when he walked in. I was like, are they gonna say something to him? Because she was staring super hard at
Yeah.
him, but I don't know if it was like just because she had a cameo, she's not like in the movie. But I don't know. But she was staring super hard. I thought she was gonna say something.
And then he was like, "How was school?" She was like, "I'm the fastest. We played freeze tag, and they couldn't catch me." He's
Like
like, "Oh, you
Macy.
faster than me?" And she was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "All right, cool." And he's like, "What is that?" And he takes off. Then he stiff arms her, going,
and he's
going-
fucking booking it. He is
He
going.
runs so weird though.
I think he was just put. I don't think that's not how it normally. He's just his daughter.
Obviously, we've
But
seen Friday Night Lights.
it was
Or
a-
I guess you haven't seen that part, but
He's in Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
crazy, ain't it?
Man, didn't know.
Shut up.
He was in the first 3 episodes.
Yeah, obviously. Season 4.
Episode
Maybe
5. But I forgot to mention earlier when the daughter asked for fruit snacks and the extra set or whatever, and her mom told her no, and she just didn't like cry or anything. I was like, man, that is the complete opposite of Macy.
Yeah, man.
Macy would have threw a tantrum.
Man. I want 12 of them up.
But she's a pretty well behaved kid. So, next, they get back to the car.
He jumps on top of it.
He jumps on top of the car.
Bro, calm down. All right, Jordan. So it's always flipping over damn cars.
I
and
was
shit.
kind of hoping he was going to roll across the hood.
I thought he was gonna slide like fucking Jason Statham in Fast Fate of the Furious.
I was
He's
hoping
always-
he could do something.
Man, like,
But he jumped on
fucking-
top, and she was like, you're going to break the car? He was like, fuck this car to be all right.
Man. So then they leave and go to her grandma's house now.
Yes, but she doesn't say that. She says, can we go to my house and change?
Yeah, it was weird.
And then the grandma's there, and I'm like, whose house is this?
Yeah, and he's like, why don't you just move in with me? And she's like, nah, bro. And then got in the car and got mad. But they go to the grandma's house that he's playing a card game with the
She was
daughter.
doing magic tricks.
I think they were playing Goldfish.
I'm pretty sure it was magic tricks, because she was like, no. Because he was flipping the cards, and she said no.
Because she didn't have any twos.
You don't show them the card.
You can.
In Go Fish?
Why not?
Why?
Because you obviously got a 2.
I could be lying just to see what you got.
Doesn't make any
They're
sense.
definitely doing magic tricks.
No. And then Sophina goes in there and changes, and then he follows her in there. Also, he licked the card and put it on a girl's forehead. That's gross.
I didn't realize he licked the card at first. I was like, how the fuck did he get it to stick to her head? I'm like, that's some magic shit right there.
That's gross.
I didn't realize he
It
licked
would have
it.
been dope if it was the right card though, but it wasn't.
I was expecting it to be the right card. She looked at it. She said no, and then like sets it on the table.
Yeah.
Long reach from where she was sitting to. I thought she was gonna fall out of a chair. She was reaching. I was like, oh shit, she got far.
Also, I think Sophina's grandma knows that he doesn't have a job.
You think so?
I thought so. Yeah, 100% thought so.
Maybe she went into the store one day and seen
Yeah.
that he wasn't there because he said he had been out for 2 weeks. Is what
Yeah.
he told Sophina. He was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna tell you."
Man. But then he goes and follows Sophina, and they're talking, and then he ends up telling her that he lost his job. And I was like, "Ooh, finally telling the fucking truth." There you go, man. Finally telling
How
the
did it
truth.
get brought? How did it get brought up though? Because she says something, and then he's just like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna tell
She
you."
asked what was wrong.
Oh, that's what
And
it
then he
was because
was
he had a look
like-
on his face.
And he was like, fuck it. I got fired. And she was like, how you get fired on your day off? Basically is what she said. She's like, so
Pretty
you
much.
went in there today and got fired? He was like, fuck it. To be real, I got fired 2
2
weeks
weeks
ago. And I'm like, all right.
Damn.
I didn't say that shit then.
And then
Cool.
she was like, "What'd you get fired for?" He said, "Being late." And then she asked something about weed, and he said he dumped it.
She was like, so you're going to sell that
That's
zip?
that's what it was.
And he was like, no, to be honest, I dumped it. And she was like, I should slap you. And I'm like, bro.
Why did she believe him though?
They dumped it?
Yeah,
I don't know. I wouldn't have believed
maybe
him.
because he was telling that like he wasn't lying in all the other ones.
She lied to him for 2 weeks, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, well, in this moment, he wasn't lying, so maybe she was like, maybe he really did sell the zip. Because, like, why would you think he would sell this big ass bag of, or throw this big ass bag of weed away?
I still don't think he should. It doesn't make. But you know, it is what it is.
He don't be a
right?
drug dealer no more. He want to make legal money, is what he told her.
Then they start to do it, and I'm like, there's
They
other
have sex,
people in this house,
and
bro.
there's kid, there's the grandma,
and then maybe
right in the
else.
other world
Yeah.
or room.
Yeah, I was confused. And then he also tells her, which I kind of liked, because it brings it back to the beginning of the movie, where he's like, she's like, what are you gonna do now? He was like, not fuck up for 30 days. That's all it takes to form a habit. I was like, that's pretty dope.
And then she said, what are you gonna do for money? He said something legal.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. Something legal.
Yeah. But then they do it, like we said. Then it goes to...
Oh, they also asked her grandma to watch their daughter so they can go to Frisco, San Francisco. So they can go there, and she was like, nah, why can't your sister watch them? She has 6 kids. And then Sophia was like, she has 6 kids. Her grandma was like, what's 1 more? What's 7 kids? I'm like, that's a lot of fucking kids. That's what it is. Holy shit.
Man. But then it goes to them walking in for the mom's birthday. Michael B. Jordan's Oscar's mom's birthday, right?
Mm-hmm. Octavia Spencer.
And he walks in, and I was like, maybe this is in Cali. I think maybe because I'm still trying to figure out where the fuck
they say Frisco like 10 times.
I don't know where the fuck Frisco's at.
San Francisco.
That makes sense now.
You dumbass.
Now if you spell it out, yeah, okay. If I just say San, is it San Antonio? Is it San Francisco? I'm pretty sure there's more Franciscos out there.
I doubt it.
Nah,
I
thought honestly they may be trying to say Fresno.
No, Frisco.
Yeah, I don't
they said that like the first scene because he asked what she wanted to do for New Year's. She said, "Let's go to Frisco and watch the fireworks."
I thought that was a place
in the bedroom scene.
I thought that was a place.
Yeah, it is a place. It's a city.
I thought it was like a club.
We've been
or
there.
Something.
We've been there.
Fuck that city. And he says, "What's up?" Pulls out or says hi to everybody. Then he goes in the room with the guys. Pulls out the card and he's like, "I got this for his sister." And he's like, "You ain't right. This is a bunch of white people." Something like that. And he's like, "I gotta sign it real quick." So he signs it. Trying to think of anything else happens during that scene.
No, it's just a good family scene of them showing like how close their family has gotten.
Yep. And then they start to get food. There's nothing in their fucking bowls. Whenever he takes a bite in his fucking food, there's nothing on his fucking spoon. Was getting pissed. Nobody had anything in their bowls.
His mom was talking shit about him though. And when they were in there cracking the crab legs,
so he was trash and she had to redo
everything. She was like, or not even that. She was like, Sophia, you must be in love because he messes up all the time or something like that. I'm like, damn, shots fired.
She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Then his mom and him are doing dishes, and he was like, "Mom, I got this. Like, I shouldn't even let you be doing this on your birthday." She's like, "No, it's relaxed." I'm like, "Dishes are not fucking relaxed." Don't fucking lie to him, bro. Do not lie to him. Also, the food that they did put in the bowl, because they put it in one bowl, looks gross. This shit look nasty.
I didn't notice.
Shit looks gross. Then she asks what they're doing tonight, and he tells her that they're going out to the city. Still at this point didn't know what city.
To Frisco.
Yeah, found that out. San Francisco, right? To the Bay. And she was like, "Take the train." And he was like,
she says, "Take the BART." No, he texts, "Can we take the BART?" She says, "Train." Yeah.
Yeah, she says train. Don't correct me ever again in your life. But so they go to take she tells us to take the train, and asks if he's drinking. He was like, "No, I haven't drunk since like ever." It was said years or something.
I think he was lying because the way he took
100%.
that bottle as soon as they got to the train station.
But he only took a sip though too, so I don't know.
But he took the bottle like, I do this all the time. I do this on the rig. Is how he took the bottle.
Nah.
But he also didn't like it, so maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't see it that way. Maybe he wasn't. I don't know.
Oh, now he's not lying. You called him a compulsive liar throughout this entire video.
I said towards the end he turns into not a compulsive liar. You're not listening. His mom definitely thought he was going to get in trouble.
Definitely. She felt something was wrong.
Yeah, 100%.
But the wrong thing happened. Or the wrong transportation.
So then he's driving to drop his daughter off with his girlfriend to his girlfriend's sister's house.
Mm-hmm.
And he is trying to stay inside and not go out. But Sophina is like pressing for it. And she's like,
I want to go out. I want to go have some fun. He said, we can sit at home and have fun.
Yeah. And then she said no. She wanted to go. He's like, all right, cool, whatever. So they go drop the kids off. He gets all the kids in the house riled up. Her sister doesn't like that. Sophina's sister doesn't like that at all. So then they go brush their teeth.
It was a funny scene.
And then the daughter makes him brush his teeth because he had gumbo as well. This is a pretty funny scene. And then he's talking to her, and then he was trying to get her to like be happy or be like feel comfortable staying there. So he was like, "We're gonna go get ice cream and go to Chuck E. Cheese's tomorrow."
She was like, "Can we go to Toys R Us?" He said, "Better." She was like, "Where?" He was like, "I don't know. Chuck E. Cheese." Like, you're fucking lying,
man. See, that's what I'm saying. And then he was like, "And then we'll get all the pizza you want, and even mom will eat pizza unless she doesn't want
like
carbs." And she was like, "What's carbs?" And he was like, "You don't need to worry about them." I'm like, tell me what fucking carbs are, bro.
Before that, though, she was like, "I don't want to stay here. Can you stay?" He said, "Why?" She said, "Because I hear gunshots." And then you see the look on his face like, fuck. And then he tells her they're just firecrackers to calm her nerves down.
It might have been. Because she, like, I think that's because, like, while they're in the car, she looked, like, kind of scared that they were doing the little Roman torches or whatever they're called. So I think, like, they probably were legit.
The way his face...
I think his face is like, how do you, like, where did you hear
maybe
gunshots at?
Maybe.
Because that's what I was wondering. Like, where did you hear a gunshot before? You know what I mean?
She's smart. Too smart for her own good.
I don't think she's...
We learned that earlier.
Where am I at? Where are we at? So...
They're going to the BART station.
They leave the little girl. They're going to the BART station. They get on the train.
His friends are waiting there, and they're like, Oscar's obviously fucking late. They're just waiting there.
Yeah, he's always late.
And then
always
he shows
Oscar.
up, and he was like, Sophina had to get her hair did. That's why we're late. She was getting her hair done. And then he takes a sip of whatever the dude's drinking. They have to, or like 2 or 3 of them jump the...
2 of them do. And I'm like, bro, there's a guy right in the thing.
I was waiting
like,
for the guy to say something.
Come on. There's a guy right in the thing.
Not doing his job.
Like, did not care at all. Like, that's ridiculous.
They're on the train.
Oh, then they get on the train, and they're just, like, hanging out, talking and stuff. And as soon as they get on there, 2 of the guys, I think it was his friend that works at the supermarket and the guy with dreads, I believe, start talking to these 2 girls. And the 2 girls are like, I'm gay. And the guy that works at the supermarket still is like, we're gay too. What's up? He was like, no, you're not. He was like, ask. We gay, right?
He was like,
yeah, gay as fuck. And I was like, bro, are y'all really pretending to be? I was cracking up. That was a good scene.
Yeah, that's funny.
And she said that she likes his dreads, which was weird. He was like, I like your everything. I'm like, all right, cool. Say that then. And then it gets close to the countdown. Like,
yeah, the train gets delayed.
At 11:55, that's like, we're going to be late. I was like, there's no way any of these motherfuckers are making this damn countdown if it's 11:55. You know what I mean? There's no way they're funneling everybody.
They're like, they come over the intercom, it's going to be late. And then Safina's like, oh, we're going to miss it. And he's like, Oscar said, no, we're not. We're going to make it. And then 2 minutes later, like 57, she was like, we're going to miss it. He was like, no, we're going to make it. You're just fucking lying, dude. Like,
man, like,
what you
obviously,
getting?
like.
So then his friend starts playing the music on his phone. Well, before that, some guy gets on.
I was like, he's about to fuck everybody up.
The guy gets on, and the way it's shot, it's like this guy's gonna rob this train.
Like, everybody's getting fucked up right
and
now.
And then one of his Oscar's friends turns the music on, and then the guy walks over with his backpack and his hand in his backpack, and everybody like stands up like he's gonna pull out a gun or something, and then he pulls out speakers, and then they just start jamming on the train for New Year's. And then when it gets to 11:59, Oscar walks over, asks anybody if they have a watch. And he walks over to some dude.
And then he's like, 10.
Yeah, and they start counting down.
They count down and all that good stuff. And then they finally get off the train and they go have fun. Mm-hmm. They go and try to find a restroom. He bribes them $10, but also threatens them.
Great salesman afterwards. God. He didn't threaten him. He just said, she's going to piss on your doorstep or on your the front of your store. He didn't threaten him.
I'm pretty sure.
Did they get into pee?
They did.
They got into pee.
They got into pee. And then some other guy is walking through there, and he has a pregnant girlfriend. And he was like, Is there a restroom in there?
Wife.
Pregnant girlfriend. He's like, Is there a restroom in there?
The wife is pretty essential for this scene.
Girlfriend. You don't really know if it's a wife, though. He could be lying.
He has
it could be a fake ring.
Why does he wear a fake ring?
Why not?
He said he stole it. And they got married. They've been married for 7 years.
So he's a liar, too.
He's not. He said he turned life around. He has a business.
He could be lying about that.
He's a web designer.
You don't know who this guy is. That's all I'm saying.
He has a business card. If a motherfucker has a business card, I think he's legit.
I can make my own business cards.
So you're going to have them in your
CEO,
pocket?
bitch.
You're going to have them in your pocket?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Let's do this. But he was like, there restroom in there? And then he knocks on the door. He's like, bro, one more. She's pregnant. He's like, all right, no more.
Oh, this also store owner's a fucking dick, by the way. If you don't let these 2 girls in there to use the bathroom.
I'm trying to go home. The fuck?
He was standing in the doorway like the dude at the end of Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas when Mickey's trying to sell his locket or his harmonica. Like, if you want to go home, go home. Like, you're not just standing in your doorway.
He was waiting for the traffic to go by.
Nah.
Bro, yeah. But, so they go in, and then Michael B. Jordan / Oscar is talking to Peter. His name's Peter. They're just talking. He was like, how long y'all been married?
That's the white dude's name?
Yeah. Peter. But he's like, how long you been married? I think he said 6 years.
I think it was 7.
I think it was 8.
What?
It was 8. It was 8. No, I think about it.
I think
it's
6. No, it's 8. No, what?
I just had my evens mixed up, man. But it's definitely 8. We'll take a look. But he's like, been married for 8, and he was like, oh, he's like, you thinking about it? He was like, yeah. He's like, what's stopping you? He's like, I'm broke. He's like, don't let that stop you. That's a bad reason.
Go rob some. Go steal it.
He was like, oh, all right. He was like, yeah. When I first proposed, I stole a ring. I don't suggest you do that.
We had nothing.
He was like, yeah, I'm good on that. He's like, I don't suggest you steal it. But after that, I turned my life around, started my own business, and now that's how I'm here. He's like, oh, what do you do? He's like, I'm own a web design business or whatever. And then he hands him a card. I'm like, so he's a web designer. Got it. Michael B. Jordan's not a web designer is what I thought was going to happen, yeah.
He had a job lined up too?
I still don't know like what's happening. I don't know what this movie's about still.
So you didn't know he died?
No.
See, I kind of because I knew what happened even like before the first time I watched it, I knew what it was about, so I knew he died at the end. So like when they start with that opening scene of him getting shot, I kind of wish that at first I wish they wouldn't have shown it because I think it would have given it away, like to you who didn't know. But if you didn't know, then I mean I guess it wasn't a bad idea to put it at the beginning.
Well, so once we get to the train and they get taken off the train, and like the cops come and all that, and like they put everybody on the ground, I knew he was dying. Only because,
but that's only like a couple minutes away. Yeah. So you didn't know throughout the entire movie.
No, I thought it could have been like his friend or something that died, and that's what it changed his life.
It changed his life to the better. Gotcha.
I wasn't 100% sure like what happened.
Interesting.
Like I kind of was like, it could be him. It could be one of his friends. I don't know. But like it wasn't like a he's dead type thing. Interesting. You know what I mean? So he hands him the card. They say thanks. The girls come out and then they all go their separate ways or whatever and have fun. Then they go back on the train and Oscar and Sofina's fallen asleep. So he tells Sofina to sit down and then she was like, I'm good here. You go find a seat. You're tired.
Is that what? Because I didn't understand why he was moving away from her.
Yeah, he was tired too and wanted to sit down.
Okay.
And she was like, "I'm good. Go ahead and go."
Because then he told his friend to watch her when he walked away. But when he was leaving, I was like, "Why is he leaving her?" I was like, "Who is he going to go talk to?" Yeah. I didn't. Okay.
And then he was walking by. He saw Katie from earlier that he helped find out.
If she wouldn't have said his name, none of this would have happened.
Yep. But at first, I didn't know a guy was gonna pop out. I was like, "Oh, his girlfriend's out of you."
See, that's what I thought because she stood when Katie said Oscar and started yelling.
Yeah,
Sofina stood up.
Yep.
And I was expecting her to like yell at him.
Yep.
I'm like, Oscar, you fucking this bitch too.
Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen too.
But she was obviously with that dude.
100%, yeah.
And if she was like cheating on him, I don't think she would have been like, "Hey, Oscar, man, I'm with my boyfriend."
Just went to a relationship.
Just want you to know.
But and then the guy from the jail was like, "Oscar, hold up,
who? Oscar from wherever, like Block D or whatever."
Yeah, and
fuck this guy.
Then they start talking, and the dude just punches. He's like, Oscar Michael B. Jordan's just like, "Bro, this isn't the time or the place. Like, let's chill out."
Like, man, he was just trying to be civil and like just walk away.
And the guy just punches him. So then they start, or as soon as Oscar sees him, he tells Sofina to get his friends.
Yeah, because he knew what was going to happen.
Yeah,
but which is totally different from what happened in the flashback scene when he was in the jail. Because when he was in the flashback scene, he was like ready to fight.
Yeah.
In this scene, he was like. He was just trying to avoid it.
He was like, "Bro, it's not even like that. Sofina, get them, bro. Let's not do this."
Because he knew what was going to happen, but he was just like, just in case, I'm gonna try and squash it, but I'm gonna need them because this guy's not gonna want to.
Then the guy hits him, and then I think Michael B. Jordan hit him once or twice. And then,
he hit him a couple of times.
He dipped out, like he went to the back, like I'm done with this now. And then they're like, "Oh, they kicked the white guy out," and they're like, "Oh, there's an incident on the train."
I hate this entire scene. Like, it's a good scene. It's hard to watch, and I hate it. Like, the way it actually happened.
It's a very intense scene. But so they dip out of the train as soon as it stops, and I guess it's in.
They're like, we got to get off the train because the cops got there quick as shit, super quick. I don't even know if they were actual cops. They had to be because they had guns. They wouldn't just be like patrol. Maybe.
Well, that guy didn't get there at first either, though. The guy that actually shot him.
Yeah,
the taser people.
Yeah,
I don't know if they had guns. I didn't pay attention.
They all had tasers. They all had guns. And then Oscar's like, we got to get off this train. When it stopped, we got to get off. We got to get off. Yeah. And they get off and they're walking. And then they see the cops coming down the stairs.
They all try to split up.
And Oscar gets back on the train.
And then gets drug off.
And Sofina gets away. She walks up the stairs, like she's walking up, and then
down, I think.
Oscar's friends, the cops grabbed them.
3 of them.
2 of them. Because there was 4 altogether.
I thought there was 5, but all right.
There might be. Maybe. I don't remember. But the cops grab most of them and they throw them against the wall. And then Oscar's still hiding on the train.
Yep.
And then the fucking cops are douches. That's what they are.
Yeah. The cops are like, hey, anybody in there?
Don't make me come and get you.
That was involved in the incident, get out. He's like, don't make me come in
Where
there.
Did the white guy go?
Don't know.
They didn't grab any of these fucking white people. Like, it's so dumb.
Also, Michael B. Jordan picked the worst train because they were all white.
Every single one of them is white.
I think there was one. I think there was one.
There was a couple black. Like when Michael B. Jordan gets off the train, you can see like a couple black people in the background. I'm like, why didn't the cops go? Yeah. If they're gonna target black people, why wouldn't they have target any of these other people?
Yeah.
Like this.
I don't know. Dumb. But yeah. So he picked the worst train, which kind of sucked. But I mean, he tried to hide. I mean,
yeah, he was just trying to get away.
Yeah. But
because it really wasn't his fault.
Like, yeah, he really didn't do anything. Like, he got hit. Like, he was like, nah, bro.
Yeah, he was just trying. He was trying to leave.
And then they sit him down too.
They didn't. He didn't. They threw him down. They didn't sit him down. These cops are fucking douches. They are.
Then they drugged the dude with the dreads.
Yeah, they just threw him down and just started like kicking him and just push him into the wall. I'm like, damn.
That was a tough scene. And they're just talking to him, and then he was like, "No, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good."
He kept saying this too, down. And then when he starts saying that, you're like, "It's about to happen."
Yeah. It's not gonna be good, bro. He's like, "No, it's gonna be good." And he tries to stand up, and the cop like kicks him and makes him sit back.
Yeah, the cops are kicking them and like doing all kinds of shit. And then like he pulls out the taser, like the bald-headed cop pulls out the taser, and you're like, "Okay, this guy is the guy in charge, but he's a fucking douche."
Yeah.
And then like the people in the background are recording with their phones. Michael B. Jordan pulls out his phone and he's recording, and the guy tells him to put his phone away. He was like, "We got you. We got your badge number. We got you." Yeah. And then the girl he met in the supermarket was recording too.
Yep.
And she was with her boyfriend. And then I think Sofina's been upstairs now. Yeah, because she calls
downstairs
or whatever.
Yep.
She calls him.
And he answers that shit. He's like, "No, we're good."
If you look back at the beginning video of like what actually happened, you can see him actually talking on the phone, and then you can see like him hanging up, and then that's when it escalates.
Gotcha. Didn't know that. But then they're just arguing and stuff, and his friend ends up getting in handcuffs first, and then he was like, he ain't gonna arrest me too or something like that. And then he's like, I'm gonna arrest both of y'all.
Oh, he was like, yeah, you guys can't hold us. We're gonna be good. You can't arrest us because we didn't do nothing wrong. And then the guy was like, put handcuffs on these 2.
Yeah.
What?
Man.
You can't do that.
Man. But they arrest his friend or put handcuffs on him. And then they start making Michael B. Jordan get on his back or whatever. And like how it looks is like he had his arm like kind of twisted. He had his knee on his head.
And he was like, my face is smashing. He was like, my face is hurting or what. He said something about his face being smashed into the ground.
Well, they were like, turn over, turn your arm. He was like, I can't move. You're sitting on my head. Like, I can't turn.
Yeah.
Like, you're smashing my face. I can't turn. He's like, turn. He's like, I can't turn. And then eventually the other, like, I don't know if he was new or what, he ends up just like standing up and go, and shoots him.
So this guy got charged for murder. They show it at the end.
Yeah.
In his thing, he said he was reaching for his taser.
Yeah, he thought it was his taser.
And it was his gun. What?
Yeah.
What? Oh,
yeah, it doesn't make sense.
At all.
Yeah, terrible.
He only got 2 years. That's crazy.
11 months.
Well, he served 11. He got sentenced for 2 years.
Yeah.
He only served 11 months. Good probation.
Yep. But, and then also, in the movie where they shot him, it looked like his lower back is where it looked like.
Yeah, and then it went through his chest. It looked
Which is weird. Don't
Well,
understand.
because if you're laying like this, maybe he shot diagonally.
I guess. But
because he wasn't right on top of him.
That's true.
But even after he got shot, they were still trying to handcuff him.
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere. You shot him. What are you doing?
And then the lead douchebag,
the bald guy, fuck this guy.
Lead douchebag unhandcuffs him and then grabs his hand.
He was like, "Stay with me. Don't close your eyes." Oh, now you care about him,
man.
Now.
I think it was just for the sake of like the cops. Get in trouble. Yeah.
But this was a hard because like it. Did you know what really happened? Well, could you tell from the beginning that it was like a true story?
Yeah.
Knowing it's a true story, this scene was brutal to watch.
Yeah, I agree.
It was intense.
Yeah. I agree.
I hate these
guys. And he just was like, I got a kid. Why would you do that?
Yeah, he was like, I got a kid. Why? And then the other guy was like, and then the bald guy asked him what happened. He's like, I don't know. What?
You shot him. You do know.
What?
And then they were like, why the fuck is this train still here? Get this train.
Yeah, this guy was trying to get everybody gone so they couldn't take so they couldn't record
Katie
anymore.
was like, why'd you guys do that? And like he shoved
her.
Yeah, shoved them back on the train. And made her get back on it. And then the train took off. And then his mom calls Sofina. Or no, Sofina calls his mom and was like, he's upstairs, the cops got him. I don't know what's going on. Nobody's telling me anything. And then she sees like the ambulance people.
She hears the gunshot.
Well, yeah, that's why she called Sofina.
Yeah.
That's why she called them. It's like, I don't know what's going on. She's the ambulance people. He's like, who are you going for? Who are you going for?
His guys were okay, and nobody's telling her nothing.
Yeah. And then she's like freaking out, and then they bring his friend that was in handcuffs. He's like, they start taking him to the cop car, and he's like freaking out and stuff. And she was like, what happened? Or she was like,
the guy in the dreads is the one. It was the guy in the dreads.
And then he was like, they shot him. They shot Oscar. And then that's when she calls him back, like, hey, they just shot him. Or
you need to get up here. You need to come pick us up.
Yeah. And they take him to Highland.
Oh, she doesn't. No, she doesn't call the mom until she sees Oscar coming up on the stretcher. Because she asked him where they're taking him. And then the ambulance people say they're taking him to Highland.
That's the second time she called her.
Yeah.
Yep. And then they end up going there, and they're sitting, and like they go to the emergency room or whatever, and then all the friends walk in, and she's like, they're like being loud about it and like saying fuck this, fuck that. She's like, no, calm down. We want to try to keep his spirits up when he's better or whatever, so he doesn't like. We want to be there for him, so we just need to sit down, calm down, and just like be here for one another type thing. And they do that at first. But the doctor comes out and says like he's in critical condition. They're like, what's that?
You shouldn't laugh at this scene, but when the doctor comes out and then his friends are like, you better not come back without Oscar, we're gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, I wrote that down. When the doctor leaves, he was like, don't come back without Oscar.
I was like, I shouldn't laugh, but that's a good line.
Yeah, that's a good line. Don't do it.
Because like, man, I wonder what that was going through that doctor's mind. He was like, because he probably knows at that point it's gonna be tough to save him. And he has these 20 people in this waiting room to tell them. And then Oscar's mom's like, you're going to save him, right? And he was like, we're going to do the best we do.
And she was like, all right, just do whatever you can. They was like, don't come back here without him. Like, do not come out here without him.
She's like, leave that man alone. Let him do his job. And then they're doing the surgery on him. And they do the blood transfusion. You see him take the bullet out.
Yeah. He puts it in the cup, go ding. Yeah. Question, is the little girl from Annie?
I don't think so.
Okay. I thought she was.
I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but I don't know. I can look into it while you continue.
Yeah. So then it cuts to them doing the surgery or whatever, and I actually wonder, like, with actors and like particularly Michael B. Jordan in this scene, what, like, how do they film like the medical scenes or the surgery scenes, like with stuff in his mouth? Like, that has to be uncomfortable. Like, do they actually like?
They actually have it, and then like, so whenever they shoot scenes with people's eyes closed, I always watch their eyes to see, because you can like tell somebody's eyeballs moving. He didn't move his eyes, so I always watch for that. I don't know why, but
weird.
I want to see how good of an actor they are, I guess. But whenever they have like stuff in their mouth is real, and then when they're cutting open his chest, they put like a plastic, or it's not plastic, like the shit they use on Mythbusters to like shoot through like a ballistic gel. They put that on your chest to make it look like it's cutting through you. But yeah, it's real.
But I just didn't know like the stuff that's in his mouth, like how far it goes down. It's probably.
Oh,
Just,
you talking about like the
there.
tubes and stuff?
Yeah.
No, it's just like it's not very far in.
I figured. Okay, cool.
What was his daughter's name?
Tia, something like that. I'm not sure exactly, but they're doing the surgery, maybe. But they do the surgery and they come back out and tell everybody that he didn't make it, and his mom was like, "I want to see him," and then they were like, "All right, but you can't go in there. They're ruling this a homicide as of right now, so you can't like touch him or anything like that, but you can go in the room and actually be able to see him." And I thought that the girl Sophina was gonna go with her. She didn't. But I thought she was going to. So she goes in there and sees him, and she said that he didn't like to be lonely. Can she go give him a hug or something? I was like, no, not right now. What happened after that? So she just sits there and reminisces, and then I think that's the end, right? Oh no! Then it cuts to Sophina going home, picking up their baby, their kid, Tia, whatever her name is. And she takes a shower with her, which was weird to me. You know what I mean? You're not even listening anymore, are you?
I am. You said they take a shower. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't remember the scene.
Yeah, they take a shower and it's weird. And I don't know if that's when she tells her. I don't remember her telling her or not. But yeah, they take a shower. It's weird. And I think that's the end of it. And then it just cuts to like saying that the guy was charged for accidental murder. I don't know the exact like thing.
It was involuntarily manslaughter or something like
that. Gotcha, yeah. And that he was sentenced to 2 years, served 11 months. Then showed some scenes from
her name is Tatiana.
Yeah, something like that. Then show scenes of 2013 like reunion. That's not really a reunion, but you know what I mean.
Like a memorial type thing.
There you go. Yeah.
She is not in Annie.
Gotcha. Interesting.
She's in Get Hard though.
Get Hard?
With Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart.
I know what that is. I'm trying to think of what like.
I don't remember in that movie.
That's weird. But yeah, that's the movie. Really good, really intense.
Very intense.
Was not prepared for that. And like it's so weird that like the first 45 minutes is like not like, sad or anything.
Yeah, of him like living his life. It shows you how like quick your life can end or change or whatever.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. That's why so after I watched this movie last night or this morning, whatever, I was like, man, that is on a bummer note. Yeah. I'm going to turn on something more upbeat. So I watched That Awkward Moment. Another Michael B. Jordan movie to make me feel better because that movie's intense.
Very intense.
I can't find out how old.
Very
she
sad.
It's very sad. Like some of those scenes are like gut wrenching. It's like hard to watch. The flashback jail scene and then the ending scene. Those are two hard scenes to watch.
Agreed.
But you liked it?
I did like it a lot.
Good.
It's probably the best open experience thus far.
Yeah. This was the first time Michael B. Jordan got snubbed for an Oscar. Cause like when it came out, it was at like it was like it's an independent film, so it's like it shows at like all the festivals and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And at festivals, it was winning like film of the festival. Michael B. Jordan and his mom were winning like best actor, best supporting actress, and all that. And then when Oscar season came around, they got nothing.
That sucks.
Nothing.
That sucks.
And everybody was talking about how Michael B. Jordan should have at least been nominated, could possibly win for Fruitvale Station, and couldn't even get a nomination.
That sucks.
But this is probably his best, or he won a lot of awards for like best breakthrough movie performance. Because before this he did Chronicle, but like he wasn't the main person in Chronicle. So this was like
Friday Night Lights was before this.
Well, I'm talking about movies.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So he won like a lot of like movie awards at like not MTV, but like a bunch of like award ceremonies, whatever.
Gotcha.
And this is what like pretty much set him for being like a movie star because he was a TV actor before this.
Mm-hmm.
But this is probably his best acting role besides Killmonger. Killmonger's definitely his best, and this is probably number
Creed's
2.
Good.
I put Creed up there. I still think this is. I'd probably put this above it.
I think the only reason for that is because it's more serious. So it's
Yeah, so like Creed is not like a serious drama. Well, some of it is, but it's more lighthearted. And this one's like some scenes he's like super serious.
I think it just shows like his universality.
Range. Yeah.
Is that a word? Universality? It is now. I like it a lot.
His acting range.
Universality.
His versatility is what you're looking for.
Universality. Why am I saying?
I don't think it's a word, but his versatility as an actor, because he can go from like That Awkward Moment, which is a rom-com, to Creed, which is a sports movie, to this, which is a tragedy drama.
Yeah.
And then a superhero movie in Black Panther. His range is off the charts. I was reading a couple reviews on this earlier on Fruitvale Station, and they were comparing him to Denzel Washington, like a young Denzel Washington in this. I'm like, I could see that.
Of our generation.
I could see that. He's a great actor.
I like it. My favorite actor right now. You know? But, great movie.
What do you rank this on the Michael B. Jordan movies you've seen?
Whoa. I don't. What are all the ones I've seen? So, Black Panther.
Both Creeds.
What else is there?
Chronicle. He's 5. You've seen Chronicle.
That he's only in 5 movies. Bull crap.
That you've seen.
Bull crap. No, because 21 and
over.
Oh,
the Fantastic Fan 4 Stick.
Wasn't he in 21 and over or no?
No, that's
Miles Teller.
That's Miles Teller. Miles Teller's in all those types of movies. Project X. That Awkward Moment.
Fahrenheit 451 I've seen.
I haven't seen it. Fan 4 Stick.
You're not wrong, I guess.
I looked it up this morning. I was like, man, he hasn't been in as many movies as I thought he had been. Because like even
he's in Hardball.
He was. I think I don't remember him in Hardball. It's been a long time since I've seen Hardball. But I don't remember in that. But like when That Awkward Moment came out, I remember loving Michael B. Jordan, and that was his 3rd movie. And I didn't see this movie till like 2 years ago, so I had seen this after that. So I don't even know like where I've seen him prior.
TV shows?
No, because I've never seen The Wire and never seen Friday Night Lights. I guess I'd only seen him in Chronicle, and I was like, man, he's a good actor.
Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like he's been in a lot more than that.
I thought the same thing, and then I looked this morning, I'm like, damn, he hasn't been in as much as I thought.
That's crazy. I'm not mad about it, I guess, though.
But he picked smart projects. He hasn't had like a dud.
Yeah, no.
Well, I guess Fan 4 Stick, but it wasn't his fault.
It wasn't a terrible movie. Just not
it was a pretty bad movie.
Nah. Fantastic Four, number 1. I don't know where I rank this. This isn't a ranking show. So.
But I want to know, like, do you think it'd be, like, towards the top?
Probably. Yeah.
I think this is...
It honestly depends on what you're going for. It's hard to compare, like, Black Panther.
That Awkward Moment. This Chronicle. Yeah. That's true. I still think That Awkward Moment is my favorite Michael B. Jordan movie. This is definitely a better performance-wise. But I think That Awkward Moment is still my favorite performance of his.
This is probably my 2nd favorite performance for him.
From Killmonger?
Yeah, I think
Killmonger, he crushed it.
Yeah. Killmonger was perfect.
He crushed that.
But also, like, 451 as well.
I haven't seen. I need to watch that.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's... I don't know. It just depends.
He's a very diverse actor. And he has, like, every other day you see him getting another role for a movie.
Yeah,
he has
it lined up.
He's like The Rock. He's just, like, pumping out, like, roles now.
Yeah.
Especially since Black Panther, like, he's one of the biggest.
His universality, man.
It's not a word.
Universality. I think that's what I said.
Whatever.
So I'm going with. Next week. Do you know what you're watching? There's a couple.
Please be The Social Network. Please be The Social Network.
We're trying to do things that we haven't experienced.
I've never experienced that. Let me experience it.
Shut the fuck up. So I have some written down here.
The Wizard of Grease 2.
I don't know if you've seen them or not.
Grease 2.
The first one, top of the list.
You can't tell me
why.
What your list is.
No, this is just like I'm only gonna tell you like
if I've seen it.
If you've seen it, I'm gonna go to the next one.
What if I lie?
Then I just quit. Like I don't know what the fuck you want from me.
All right, what's top? You're adding shit. It's cheating.
I'm not adding anything. Shawshank Redemption.
Is that the white and black movie?
What the fuck does that mean?
No, that's Schindler's List. Never mind. Shawshank Redemption. Is that the one with Liam Neeson?
I don't know. I know that no, he's not in it.
Or is that Schindler's List?
I don't know. Morgan Freeman's in this.
Who else is in this?
Tim Robbins.
Who the
Bob
fuck is Shane
Gunton,
Robbins?
William Sandler,
Who the fuck is William
Clancy
Chandler?
Brown.
I know who Clancy Brown is. He's the voice of Optimus Prime.
This is it.
From 1994.
Yeah.
Stephen King.
So I assume you haven't seen it then.
Sentenced 2 consecutive life terms from prison for the murders of his wife. Only Andy knows he didn't commit the crimes. While there, he formed a friendship with Morgan Freeman, experienced the brutality.
You're not supposed to be reading stuff before you
It's
go
a
watch the
synopsis
movie.
on.
I don't
can't-
give a damn. That's why I don't go into these movies. I don't read shit.
Schindler's List. I think that's the white and black.
So you haven't seen Shawshank Redemption?
I'm trying to think. I've seen one of them. I get them confused. No, so Shawshank Redemption is the black and white movie with the red coat with Liam Neeson. I've never seen Schindler's List. This
What
is
the
the
fuck is Schindler's List? That's the movie you seen?
No, I've never seen Shawshank Redemption. My bad. I've never seen either
Okay,
one of them. Actually.
Shut the fuck up then. You're watching Shawshank Redemption.
I started watching Schindler's List one day and it's in black and white, so I turned it off.
Can't do that.
And
Like
it-
Clerks 1.
It was made in like 1998. Probably later than that.
That's dumb.
93.
That's dumb. But yeah, that's what you're gonna watch.
Those are 2 of the greatest movies.
What is?
Shawshank Redemption and
Really?
Schindler's List. They're like the top 100 ever. But I couldn't, like, I started Schindler's List. It was on Netflix. And it was black
Well,
and white. I couldn't get through it.
If I can sit through Shawshank Redemption,
Oh, I
you
can get
sit
through it. I'm not saying I couldn't. I'm just saying, like, black and white movies I'm not a big fan of. And
I
if it's
can't
in
sit
1993, put some color in it, man. I guess it probably fits
Game
the
Boy
story.
Color. Boom.
So Shawshank Redemption.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How long is it?
No, dude.
You've seen this movie?
Yep.
You like this movie?
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, crazy, ain't it? I mean,
But you didn't like the Disaster Artist.
I didn't say I didn't like it.
You said it was the worst.
Huh?
You said it was horrible.
I didn't say it was.
You didn't say it was horrible. You said you didn't like it, though. You said it was okay.
Yeah, I was like,
Anyway, Shawshank Redemption.
not mad about it.
Next week, next Tuesday. Watch it. Prepare.
Tuesday at noon. And if you want to see some of our other videos, in the middle right here will be one. On his side, there will be another one. And you know, as always, on my side, subscribe. You know what I mean? Beautiful. Build it beautiful.
There's a lag. I don't like
Yeah.
it. I don't like it.
You do like it?
No.
Don't fucking look at it. I don't know what you want
I
from
don't
me.
like it. You have anything else?
Nah.
Great movie.
Subscribe.
Great movie.
It's alright.
Till next time.